I said back in the day, people used to think that Kirk Burroughs and Diddy was lovers, or they had some kind of relationship like that. Remember I told you that? And you was like,
I remember that. You told me that years ago.
yeah, and you said to me, yo, you gonna speak about it? I said, nah, I ain't gonna speak about it, bro. You understand? I'm gonna wait till he speak about it. So people who had known that, I always knew that because I used to follow Puff to Kirk house when we had the building and the red zone, and we used to take the money from those clubs and we had to drop it off at Kirk house. So we wasn't dropping. He would, he was staying there. If you spending the night at another house.
In a bombshell move that has left the music world reeling, Usher has suddenly thrust himself into the heart of one of the most controversial legal battles in recent memory. What started as a quiet courtroom appearance quickly morphed into a high-stakes showdown between two of the biggest names in music, as Usher seems poised to expose the dark secrets behind Diddy's empire. But it's not just about the law anymore. This is a battle that could forever change the narrative of power, betrayal, and scandal in the world of entertainment.
And you got a apartment with your girl somewhere else? Okay. So when I seen in the lawsuit that he said that Kirk said that Puff was SAing him, sexually assaulting him, sodomizing him, doing all kind of things to him, I first thought like, but hold up, they was lovers, or they was, but that's his boss. So maybe the boss cannot have sex with people, the CEO can't have people that work for them. And that's why it becomes illegal.
For years, whispers circulated about the mysterious relationship between Diddy and his former associate, Kirk Burroughs. And now, in the wake of shocking new legal documents, the public is finally being forced to reckon with the explosive truth. Kirk claims he was sexually assaulted by Diddy.
New indictment against Diddy is very impactful to the case. Not only does it add new charges, it also expands the timeline where the alleged criminal activity took place, and it also adds 2 new victims. From a defense perspective, this changes the game as far as strategy of how to approach all of the charges and all of the allegations at trial,
painting a chilling picture of an abusive power dynamic. But what does this really mean for Diddy's image? Was it all just a misunderstanding? Or is the mogul hiding far darker secrets than anyone could have imagined?
Yeah, I agree with you in some ways. What I would just add is it's without question because they did not know that he was recording them. I mean, when I read through that lawsuit, Rodney made it very clear that he had hidden cameras. And if you are a person like LeBron who says ain't no party like a Diddy party, you got Ashton Kutcher talking about what happens at Diddy parties stays at Diddy parties. And finally you learn via the press that actually Diddy has been collecting evidence on all of you and you don't know where those tapes are. That will buy your silence for quite some time because you're hoping that if you keep your head low.
Fast forward to a packed New York courtroom where the tension was palpable as Diddy, wearing a tan prison jumpsuit and sporting a full gray beard, pleaded not guilty to a slew of horrific allegations. These include charges of forced labor, sex, trafficking, and even accusations that he coerced employees into nonstop work under threats of retaliation and physical harm. As the courtroom drama unfolded, Diddy's defense team was quick to shoot down the claims, arguing that everything was consensual and that the media had sensationalized the entire affair. But the damage was done, and the public was already questioning how much of Diddy's past could be swept under the rug.
You're not going to be revealed as one of these people that was engaged in some of these acts, whether they were heterosexual or homosexual, it doesn't matter. Maybe you're just cheating on your wife and you don't want that to get out into the public. Maybe you were, as Cat Williams described it, in one of the rooms. He said you could just walk around the house. He said this on stage years ago, that you could walk around the house and you would see people engaged in various sex acts. And again, Cat Williams was someone who was dismissed as crazy and dismissed as a drug addict. And it turned out that, or it seems that if these allegations are proven to be true, and I believe they are.
The situation took an even wilder turn when Usher, the R&B superstar and longtime friend of Diddy, stepped into the spotlight. What was Usher's true role in all of this? Was he just a witness? Or was there something far more sinister lurking beneath the surface? The real game changer came when Usher seemed to suggest that he was in possession of a hidden tape. A tape. That might just be the key to unraveling everything. This wasn't just any tape. This was a tape filled with salacious details about
then he was telling the truth. And I think that is the reason that so many of them are silent, because they were doing things. They thought that they were his friend, that they were bad boys for life, and that he would keep things silent, when in reality, he was just another Jeffrey Epstein typed character. And they're scared for their lives.
Yeah,
especially if you're someone like a LeBron James. And I'm not alleging that he is caught in something terrible, but if he was caught in anything and you're LeBron James and you've made your mark on talking about the ills of society, and you have minted yourself a king, and you're speaking out on the Black community, and they find out you're the room over while someone's getting raped potentially, not going to look good.
Diddy's private world, one that could potentially expose not just Diddy's misconduct, but the tangled web of relationships that have been concealed for years. But the controversy didn't stop there. New allegations surfaced, hinting that other celebrities, some shockingly well-known, could also be implicated.
Chris did get the book from Courtney. Courtney has a more thorough copy of the book. When Chris published the book that was on Amazon, it was edited. So some of the passages were removed. Some of the pictures were removed. And I think there was like a forward or something that was added to the book. So it is a different version, but from the same, what in copyright law is called derivative work. So it derives from that work that Courtney had.
In these scandalous recordings, whispers of Justin Bieber's involvement and even younger celebrities being coerced sent shockwaves through the industry. Was Diddy really the puppet master behind these tapes, or were the stars caught in his orbit just as vulnerable as his employees? In the midst of all this chaos, Usher's past relationship with Diddy has taken center stage. From wild parties and strange occurrences in Diddy's mansion to moments that Usher himself couldn't fully...
And just to be clear, Courtney's work, Courtney's book, is it currently being sold anywhere?
I'm not exactly sure. I believe Courtney has a... I was about to say, here, the woo-woo, welcome to downtown Miami. But I believe he is selling it on a website. I only came into that knowledge when I received the cease and desist letter from Quincy and Christian.
Comprehend the pop star's journey through the seedy underbelly of Diddy's world may have set the stage for today's shocking revelations. In resurfaced interviews, Usher revealed that as a teenager living under Diddy's roof, he saw things that have left him questioning the true nature of their friendship. But did he really know what was going on behind closed doors? Or was he just another player in Diddy's dangerous game? As if the legal battle wasn't intense.
Fill out extensive questionnaires and then whittle people down based on that and bring the final selected people in for individual oral questioning. The government thinks that process is too cumbersome. They want this to be an oral process in court, or if they have a questionnaire, something just more logistical that will help narrow the pool. But we're already seeing in these filings how difficult the selection in a case like this is for a high-profile defendant like Sean Combs.